Hi guys, welcome back to another video in the r/PettyRevenge subreddit. Today I have 3 petty revenge stories for you, involving revenge on an overprotective mother, a neighbor that keeps leaving dog poop on other people's lawns, and last but certainly not least, revenge on a girl that expects to be taken to the most expensive restaurant by someone she stood up and ghosted the night before. Honestly guys, the revenge today is so beautiful and well executed, you will be filled with maniacal glee. So let's just jump into the stories, shall we? Don't call me lazy. I was 18 and dating a dude for a few months. We got like 2 feet of snow and I was snowed in at their house. I had to spend the night. His mom was furious. She made me sleep on the couch and she blew up an air mattress and slept between me and the bottom of the stairs to ensure I couldn't go upstairs and defile her poor little innocent son, whom I'd been sleeping with for 3 months at that point anyway. Next morning, she was still very cold and salty towards me. To clear the air, I volunteered to start shoveling. Plus, I wanted to get the F away from her ASAP. 3 hours later, my boyfriend and I had cleared maybe the first 15 feet of a 40-foot driveway. She sat on her butt in a warm, toasty house watching us. We came in for a break, and before I had my gloves off, she said, "Wow, you're so lazy you're coming in for a break already? Pathetic." My car was parked at the very end of the driveway. I mentally said, "F this shit," and put my gloves back on. I immediately trudged to the end of the driveway and spent 10 minutes freeing and clearing off my car. I asked my boyfriend to come with me and he gladly agreed as he hated his POS mother. I went in, tracked as much snow as possible all the way up the stairs to get our stuff, her screaming at me all the while. I went back out and loaded up the car. And before I left, I told my boyfriend, "Hold on, I forgot something." I went back to the porch, grabbed the 2 shovels and one by one threw them onto the roof of the house while she was screaming at me. We then drove off. He spent 3 days at my house and that bee was completely snowed in the whole time. Suck a dick, Karen. And yes, her actual real name was Karen. Fitting. Wow, OP really snowed her. Excuse me while I dry my tears and pick my jaw up off the floor after reading that. That was so beautiful. OP is a legend. I would never have the guts to do this, so I give her mad props. Overprotective mothers of sons drive me absolutely insane. Your son is not the precious little angel that you think he is. And even if he is, the jealousy that some mothers have for their sons' girlfriends is so creepy. I checked the comments to see if their relationship lasted, and it didn't. Apparently, he turned out to be just as crazy as his mother. Not surprising. Petty Poopy Revenge. Love dogs, but hate the owners when they think it's okay to just walk away. Back in the mid-60s, one of our neighbors walked her 2-year-old pug down the street and it dumped right in front of another neighbor's house. We learned the other neighbor would scoop it up and place it in his wheelbarrow. This went on for several months until he had a decent mound of it, and then he wheeled it down to their front door and unloaded it. We were on speaking terms with the pug owner and she told us how disgusting his behavior was. Yeah, right. Firstly, I love this, and secondly, it wouldn't be a petty revenge video if I didn't have my own petty revenge story for you guys, so here it is. Now I shit you not, pun intended, this is a true story. So I look out the window pretty often because, I don't know, I was a cat in my past life or something, and while I was gazing out the window, I see a police officer. She was in uniform with her police dog. I was watching them because, well, I love dogs. When the dog starts to take a poop on the neighbor's lawn, I think to myself, wouldn't it be hilarious if, as an officer of the law, she didn't pick the poop up after? So I take up my phone and start recording her. And what would you know? The dog finishes pooping and she just walks away. I was so flabbergasted that for one, an officer in uniform would blatantly let her dog poop on someone's lawn and not pick it up, but 2, I just caught this whole thing on video. Unbelievable. Too perfect. So I gleefully call the non-emergency line and tell them what happened. They give me an email to send the video, and that's basically it. I sadly don't know what happened to that officer, and I'm sure she probably just got written up or something, but it was still one of the best, most perfect incidences to ever happen, and I'll be sure to tell my grandchildren about it one day. Ditching me once will cost you $90. I was reading another thread and I remembered this story. It was about 10 years ago and I did the online dating thing. I was texting with this good-looking woman, seemed to be hitting it off. We agreed to go on a date to a restaurant. Nothing fancy, but still nice. We were to meet at 7. I got there a bit before and grabbed our table. I sent a text to her saying I got the table. No response, but thought that maybe she was parking or on the way. 7:15, nothing. Sent another text. 7:30, nothing. 7:45, sent one last text saying I would wait until 8. Nothing. I left, a little deflated, and grabbed some fast food on my way home. At 12:30, I finally get a text from her. My friends made plans last second and I couldn't make it. Let's go out again, but go to fancy restaurant and you can treat me. The audacity of this woman. No shows without an apology, then expects me to treat her? I texted her back, that sounds great. I love that place. I go all the time. We set a date for the following night at 8. Since she knows it is a free night for her, I expect her to show up. I drive to the restaurant and park so I can see the door. I see her show up right on time. I texted to her, got stuck in traffic, will be a bit late. She replied, okay. I waited about 10 minutes, then texted again. Must be an accident. Traffic is super slow. We'll probably be there in 15 minutes. Can you order me a double Macallan 18? Will be a good night. I then drove away. I got a text at 8:45, 9, 9:15, then a barrage of texts at 9:30. My favorite was, you a-hole, they made me pay $90 for your effing drink. At midnight, I texted her back saying, my friends made plans last second and I couldn't make it. Let's go out again, but let's go to fancy restaurant number 2 and you can treat me. After I sent that, I blocked her. It was super satisfying. Now this is a proper revenge and I love it. I would have told her to order some caviar as an appetizer as well. I hate disrespectful girls that act like entitled princesses and use people as literal free meal tickets. It makes women with actual integrity look bad. Glad one of them finally got what they deserved though, and for that, OP, you are my hero. Anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed those 3 petty revenge stories. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit stories. Bye!